The glamour of Monte Carlo. The warm Mediterranean breeze carried the scent of salt and luxury through the opulent streets of Monte Carlo. The soft hum of supercars idling outside the grand Casino de Monte-Carlo blended with the chatter of the wealthy elite, draped in designer elegance. The French Riviera glistened under the moonlight, its waves lapping against the harbor where million-dollar yachts rested like sleeping titans. The city was a beacon of indulgence, where fortunes were made and lost in a single night, and where ambition was often measured in diamonds and daring bets. The casino itself was a masterpiece of Belle Époque architecture, its golden chandeliers casting a warm glow over velvet-lined tables where high society gathered. The scent of aged cognac and fresh roses lingered in the air, mixing with the quiet rustle of silk gowns and murmured conversations. Every corner of the hall dripped with extravagance, from the towering marble columns to the intricate frescoes painted on the domed ceiling. It was a palace of chance, where power played with destiny. A woman with a plan. Amélie Rousseau adjusted her diamond bracelet, the light catching its brilliance as she stepped into the casino. Her deep blue silk gown trailed behind her, an effortless symphony of grace and confidence. The gown, a custom piece by a Parisian designer, hugged her figure perfectly, its subtle shimmer catching every flicker of light. Her heels clicked softly against the polished marble floor, each step calculated, each movement deliberate. Tonight was her night. She was here for more than the thrill of the roulette wheel. She was here for revenge. Across the lavish hall, Leonhard Vassiliev, a Russian tycoon with a reputation as formidable as his fortune, watched her with a knowing smirk. He had stolen everything from her family, a business empire built over generations, lost to the cold calculations of a ruthless gambler. But what Leonhard didn't know was that Amélie had spent years preparing for this moment. She had studied every strategy, mastered every bluff, and honed her skills to ensure she would leave Monte Carlo victorious. She had played in underground gambling dens, learned from retired card sharks, and trained her mind to read every flicker of hesitation in an opponent's eyes. The high-stakes game. She approached the high-stakes table, where fortunes were won and lost with the flick of a wrist. The dealer, an older gentleman with a perfectly tailored suit, nodded as the cards were dealt. Baccarat, her game of choice. Leonhard joined her, his confidence evident in the way he casually placed his chips, a man used to winning without effort. Mademoiselle Rousseau, he drawled, amusement dancing in his steel-gray eyes. How bold of you to challenge me. Amélie met his gaze, her smile as sharp as the diamonds on her wrist. Fortune favors the bold, Monsieur Vassiliev. Let's see if luck is still your mistress. The game commenced. The tension in the room thickened with every card turned. Onlookers gathered, drawn to the drama unfolding before them. Amélie played with precision, her strategy honed by years of practice, while Leonhardt's arrogance made him reckless. He doubled down too soon, underestimating her resolve. The weight of years of injustice fueled Amélie's every move, her heart pounding as the final cards were drawn. The crowd hushed, their eyes flicking between the two opponents, sensing the gravity of the moment. Leonhardt's fingers tapped against the edge of the table, a subtle sign of frustration. He had never truly been challenged before, never felt the sting of doubt creeping in. Amélie, however, was calm. Her eyes remained locked onto the dealer's hands, reading every minute movement with the precision of a hunter waiting to strike. A victory sealed. Then the final hand. The air crackled with anticipation. Amélie placed her last bet, an audacious all-in move. The dealer revealed the cards. Perfect victory. A murmur spread through the room as Amélie collected her winnings, a sum substantial enough to reclaim what was rightfully hers. Leonhardt's smirk faltered, his empire shaken by a single night in Monaco. The weight of his defeat settled in his expression, his fingers tightening around the last of his chips as if they could change fate. His jaw clenched, the muscles twitching beneath his polished exterior, but there was nothing left for him to do. He had lost. She leaned in, whispering just loud enough for him to hear. Looks like luck changed sides. The triumph. With that, she turned and strolled away, the golden lights of the casino reflecting in her eyes. Outside, the Riviera wind wrapped around her like a silent cheer. The distant sound of waves crashing against the shore felt like an applause just for her. She inhaled deeply, the air filled with the scent of sea spray and triumph. The night had been hers. The harbor stretched before her, lined with yachts that sparkled under the soft glow of the lamplights. She took a moment to admire the city. The place that had once symbolized her family's ruin now stood as the backdrop to her greatest victory. She had gambled with fate and won.